Xanadu last week, Xanadu's landlord was laid to rest. A potent figure of our century, America's Kubla Khan, Charles Foster Kane. Its humble beginnings in this ramshackle building, a dying daily. Kane's empire in its glory held dominion over 37 newspapers, 2 syndicates, a radio network, an empire upon an empire. The first of grocery stores, paper mills, apartment buildings, factories, forests, ocean liners, an empire through which for 50 years flowed in an unending stream the wealth of the Earth's 3rd richest gold mine. Kane urged his country's entry into one war, opposed participation in another, swung the election to one American president at least, spoke for millions of Americans, was hated by as many more. For 40 years, appeared in Kane newsprint, no public issue on which Kane papers took no stand. No public man whom Kane himself did not support or denounce. Often support, then denounce. Kane, molder of mass opinion though he was, in all his life was never granted elective office by the voters of his country. But Kane papers were once strong indeed, and once the prize seemed almost his. In 1916, as independent candidate for governor, the best elements of the state behind him, the White House seemingly the next easy step in a lightning political career. Then, suddenly, less than 1 week before election, defeat. Shameful, ignominious. Defeat that set back for 20 years the cause of reform in the U.S., forever canceled political chances for Charles Foster Kane. Then, in the first year of the Great Depression, a Kane paper closes. For Kane, in 4 short years, collapse. 11 Kane papers merged, more sold, scrapped.
Is that correct?
Don't believe everything you hear on the radio. Read the Inquirer.
How did you find business conditions in Europe?
How did I find business conditions in Europe, Mr. Bones? With great difficulty.
You glad to be back, Mr. Kane?
I'm always glad to be back, young man. I'm an American. Always been an American. Anything else? When I was a reporter, we asked him quicker than that. Come on, young fella.
Well, what do you think of the chances for war in Europe?
I've talked with the responsible leaders of the great powers, England, France, Germany, and Italy. They're too intelligent to embark on a project which would mean the end of civilization as we now know it. You can take my word for it. There'll be no war.
Kane helped to change the world, but Kane's world now is history, and the great yellow journalist himself lived to be history, outlived his power to make it.